Right, well, there's a little wander around my garden. It's a bit damp, nobody about. But as you can hear in the background, there's somebody talking a load of old nonsense, and it happens to be a politician. Now, there's various jobs that people can have in their lives: teacher, chemist, newsy, a journalist, whatever. But how is it that politicians tell the untruths so often? There's my new cat there. Okay, that's great. And that's a cat, right? And that's a cap. Now, there's a bit of a distinguished things here because, right, okay, the cap's red, okay, and the cat's Russian, so you would see perhaps a little bit of something in common. But to be honest, that's where it ends, because on the front of my cap it's got the Welsh Nation Party. Better for Wales. Better for dot Wales, actually. Put that in your Google and search it. And here, there is no sponsorship. Though I can tell you that when the WNP announced cat memberships, and indeed dog, bird, and fish memberships, should they ever do, then I'll ensure that Hugo has one. But the point I want to make is, I've just realised I don't watch politics on the TV very often. I'd rather look out the window. But you got this guy here, right, Drakeford. Now, has anybody ever seen him smile? Right, no. I honestly have a difficulty through a lifetime in business, successful business. I've always had trouble trusting people that don't have a sense of humour. Now, he's just said, this guy's talking. Now, let me just turn this off. We don't want to hear them. We can see them talking nonsense. We don't have to listen to the beggars. Now, Drakeford just said he is a believer that Wales has a unique position of a two-tone head office, shall we say, to two parliaments. Now, no country can be run by two parliaments. That's just bloody daft. And for him to say that Wales' future is most certainly as part of the United Kingdom, I think other people like me have probably got their shackles raised hugely. I am so angry that how the hell can this guy tell people what he thinks and that is what will happen when I'm confident the majority of Wales now in the last 9 months of COVID have seen that we actually can run ourselves as a country, that we can get things done. Indeed, President Trump has even paid attention to what Wales is getting up to. And, let's be fair about it. There's a few independent parties abroad. There are basically three. There's the Yes people. Now, all the Yes people I highly commend. And they've let it known that they will be supportive of the Welsh Nation Party, the WNP. And indeed, Plaid Cymru, who, well, they are a Welsh-speaking party and will never attract an English-speaking population, which is the majority of Wales, rightly or wrongly. In fact, so many languages, so much culture, not just Welsh, but English, yes, and of all nations, races, shapes and sizes, and that's the beauty of our ancient kingdom, which we cannot anymore have ruled, as it has been for hundreds of years, from a city 150 miles and more away. That's just bonkers. Now, if Mark Drakeford has said that he believes that Wales has to be part of the UK Parliament, and the people disagree, you know for sure that come next May, when the elections come, get him out. We don't want Drakeford and his cronies with humourless politics, with the politics that aren't of the people. We want them out. Drakeford has no business in telling us his thoughts and making us follow his thoughts. We're 30,000 years Welsh have been in Wales, and for someone to say that isn't Welsh, has no business being in Wales. I'm proud of the Wales we had many years ago, and we will have in the future with new micro industries. Get rid of the deathly polluting past, bring it into a green tourism favourite, just like the people that like to come and watch, and prefer, I think, to watch Woody having his lunch than they were watching Drakeford giving Wales away. We must change. There's no doubt we must change. The only anti-nuclear, the only independent sovereignty Welsh party is the WNP. Take a look at the website, wnp.co.uk. Make your own minds up. But one thing we will certainly be in the papers for this week is trying to put a stop to Drakeford's cronies allowing 750,000 tonnes. I say that again. That's 750,000 tonnes of radioactive waste to float down the River Severn, killing our coasts. I won't stand for it. And I am so grateful that Neil McAvoy released, though he did look a bit seasick yesterday, his video, and with the passion that he brings to the table, I wish to sit next to him. I hope you listened. I hope you've learned something. If you don't agree, tell me. If you do agree, why not share? Share like Woody does. That's Drakeford eating on his own. SteveWest, Welsh National Party, Tuesday afternoon. At the beginning almost of another lockdown. That's another story. I'll come to that maybe tomorrow. Thanks ever so much for watching.